All right. Now, coming to substances that are formed from amino acids, the first amino acid we'll be looking at, there are actually a pair of amino acids called phenylalanine and tyrosine. Phenylalanine and tyrosine. ठीक है? These two amino acids are very closely related. They are structurally related. Phenylalanine is an essential amino acid, whereas tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid. They are abbreviated as PHE and T by R. ठीक है? More often than not, you will see in textbooks that these amino acids will be abbreviated. They will not be written in full form. They'll be written in short forms. ठीक है? तो phenylalanine का short form is PHE and tyrosine का short form is TYR. Now, why are these important? With other than getting integrated into proteins, meaning other than combining together and forming various proteins with amino acid, these two have some other functions. Phenylalanine specifically can get converted into tyrosine. And what happens is from tyrosine can you can get multiple compounds. So from tyrosine you can get melanin. What is melanin? Ever heard of melanin? टायरोसिन से आपको एक कंपाउंड जो आता है दैट इज मेलानिन. It is present in your skin, it is present in your hair, to a certain extent it is also present in your eye. Ever heard of what is melanin? Acha. So melanin is a pigment that gives coloration to your skin and it gives color to your hair. ठीक है? Whatever hair color that you have, black, brown, or somewhere in between, or whatever hair color different people have, natural hair color, that is because of melanin. Presence of melanin will, the degree of melanin will also determine the intensity of color. Okay, same goes for the skin. The more melanin someone has, the darker their skin are. ठीक है? And to that extent they'll also be protected by UV rays to that extent. Okay, generally melanin is a direct inhibitor or it is a direct protective agent against UV rays. All right, so that is one product that can be formed. Then एक important neurotransmitter रहता dopamine बोल के, that is also formed from this tyrosine. Other than dopamine, it comes under a category of chemicals called catecholamines. ये catecholamines क्या है? Your adrenal gland has adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. The cortex is present on the outside and the adrenal medulla is present inside. So if you look at the cross section of the adrenal gland, बाहर का एरिया जो रहता वो cortex रहता, अंदर का एरिया medulla रहता. So this is the medulla, this is the cortex. Adrenal medulla is responsible for the production of different catecholamines, and it is doing so with the help of tyrosine. Tyrosine is the molecule that essentially gets converted into adrenaline, dopamine, uh, norepinephrine, epinephrine, उसके दूसरे नाम भी है, या और dopamine. ठीक है, ये तीन चीज बनते हैं. All of these three are categorized under catecholamines. Okay. These are very very important components, not just as neurotransmitters, but they have functions in making sure that, especially in norepinephrine and epinephrine, they will regulate your carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. The rate of carbohydrate and lipid metabolism is strongly influenced by the presence or absence of norepinephrine and epinephrine. ठीक है, norepinephrine को noradrenaline भी बोलते हैं, epinephrine को adrenaline भी बोलते हैं, interchangeable names, right? Other than that, these catecholamines are also responsible for degradation of glycogen and for degradation of triglycerides. So essentially, they can increase your blood pressure indirectly. Okay. Another important function of dopamine is in Parkinson's patients. So आप लोग कभी Parkinson's disease के बारे में सुने? Have you all ever heard about a disease called Parkinson's disease? It's more of a syndrome, neurological syndrome.
No, sir.
Okay, no one has heard. Acha. So Parkinson's disease is a condition in which dopaminergic neurons in your body will start getting deteriorated, and the amount of dopamine present in your body will become very less. Why is this important? Now, आप लोगों को न्यूरोएनाटमी के बारे में पढ़ा है क्या? Have you all been taught about neuroanatomy and neurophysiology? what is neuron, what is neurotransmitters, how they function, what is action potential. वो पूरा हो गया अभी या नहीं हुआ?
ये सर थोड़ा बहुत हुआ है साइकोलॉजी में।
अच्छा, साइकोलॉजी में हुआ है, एनाटॉमी फिजियोलॉजी में नहीं हुआ है।
नो सर।
अच्छा, okay. In psychology, when you were taught about these neurons, were you taught about neurotransmitters? मतलब neurotransmitter क्या chemical है? मतलब neurotransmitter, for example, serotonin, dopamine, GABA, और वही, ever heard of these terms? Acetylcholine, adrenaline, ये सब के बारे में कभी सुने या पूरा हवा वो सर पे से उड़ जा रहा?
सुना सर।
थोड़ा थोड़ा सुना है।
सुना
अच्छा, कहीं
नहीं
कहीं
सर।
सुना सुना है, बट याद नहीं है कहाँ पर सुना है, बट सुना सुना है। ओके, ठीक है, तो विल नॉट गो इनटू डिटेल ऑफ दिस। देन Parkinson's disease is essentially a condition in which dopaminergic neurons will get degenerated. Dopaminergic neurons are neurons, so every neuron will have a specific neurotransmitter to it. So let us suppose this is one neuron. Now I'm not going to draw the whole structure of a neuron. Let us suppose this is neuron number 1 and this is neuron number 2. Now neuron number 1 is talking to neuron number 2 using certain chemicals. ठीक है, let us suppose Anjali wants to message Bhuvaneshwari. ठीक है, example, let us suppose Anjali wants to message Bhuvaneshwari and she is using WhatsApp for that. ठीक है, so in this scenario the messenger she is using is WhatsApp. Now she can use other messengers as well. She can use Facebook, she can use Yahoo, she can use Instagram, whatever she wishes to. In this scenario she is using WhatsApp, so the messenger is WhatsApp. In the same way यहाँ पर there are two neurons, they are talking to each other, or specifically neuron 1 is giving some information to neuron 2. That information is being sent using that messenger. In this scenario the messenger is the neurotransmitter. ठीक है, न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर्स बोलते हैं लोगों को, इनको न्यूरो ट्रांसमीटर इसलिए बोलते हैं बिकॉज दे विल ट्रांसमिट एक्शन पोटेंशियल। एक न्यूरॉन दूसरे न्यूरॉन से इलेक्ट्रिकल इंपल्सेस में बात करता, सो द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट इज बीइंग सेंट फ्रॉम, फॉर एग्जांपल लेट अस सपोज यू वांट टू मूव योर हैंड, imagine you want to snap your fingers or you want to just lift your hand. ठीक है, initially the thought is going into your brain and that thought is causing the motor or essentially the muscles of your shoulder, the muscles of your neck, the muscles of your biceps, triceps and forearms to be activated, and when they contract, certain muscles are contracting, the other muscles are relaxing. As a result you are able to move your arm up or down. ठीक है, ये information जो जा रही is happening within milliseconds. That information is being transferred in the form of electrical impulses. There is literally electricity moving around in your body. ठीक है, ये electrical impulses जो है एक न्यूरॉन से दूसरे न्यूरॉन को न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर के थ्रू जाते। तो यहाँ पर होता क्या है, I'm not going to complete detail of this, okay? यहाँ पर क्या होता, imagine it this way. एक स्टिमुलस आ रहा, न्यूरॉन का एंड है समझो, यहाँ पर न्यूरॉन के एंड पे थोड़े केमिकल्स रहते। whenever this stimulus is giving signal to this molecules, these molecules will enter into the synapse. Let's suppose this is the synapse, and ये synapse में जब ये neurotransmitters enter होते, they will go to the next neuron. Let us suppose this is the next neuron, उसके जो dendrites रहते उसको जाके attach हो जाते। There are certain receptors present on the dendrites of the next neuron, and when those receptors get stimulated by this neurotransmitter, that message is forwarded. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यहाँ तक आके रुकी थी ना, फिर यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो जाती, सो द मैसेज इज कंटिन्यूइंग। ये यहाँ तक समझ में आया? हाउ दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी सिंपलिस्टिक वर्जन ऑफ हाउ एक्शन पोटेंशियल ट्रांसमिशन अकर्स। आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू डिटेल, हो गया, आप लोग पूरा बेसिक से जब पढ़ेंगे एनाटॉमी फिजियोलॉजी में, जब आप लोगों को ज्यादा डिटेल में जाएंगे, बट दिस इज द बेसिक ऑफ इट। एक इलेक्ट्रिकल इंपल्स एक न्यूरॉन से दूसरे न्यूरॉन में जा रहा है, एंड दैट इज हाउ इंफॉर्मेशन इज बीइंग पास्ड। ठीक है, and that passage of information is being done by neurotransmitters. All right, the same way where one of you were talking with another with using something like WhatsApp. In this scenario the message that you are sending through WhatsApp is the neurotransmitter. Okay, and think of synapse as the air. So the air between Anjali and Bhuvaneshwari through which electromagnetic signals are moving around, imagine that as synapse. Okay, by the time it reaches till it reaches Bhuvaneshwari's mobile phone from Anjali's mobile phone. It is traveling in the form of electromagnetic impulses in the air. Okay? Imagine that as synapse. And it is going to Bhuvaneshwari's form where it is sending the message or it is appearing as a message. That is continuation of signal. अब हर एक न्यूरॉन जो है उसका एक स्पेसिफिक न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर रहता. So think of it this way. One person is specifically using only one type of messaging system. Imagine it that way. Let us suppose Anjali only uses WhatsApp, or Seema uses only Facebook, और गीतांजलि uses only Telegram. Example दे रहा हूं मैं, ठीक है. एक स्पेसिफिक पर्सन एक स्पेसिफिक मैसेजिंग ऐप ही यूज कर रहा, वैसा ही न्यूरॉन्स एक स्पेसिफिक न्यूरॉन एक ही टाइप ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर यूज करता, एंड उसके नाम पे दैट न्यूरॉन विल बी नेम्ड. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ दैट न्यूरॉन इज यूजिंग एड्रेनालिन एज अ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर, देन उसको एड्रीनर्जिक न्यूरॉन बोलते हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज इट यूजेस एड्रेनालिन, इट विल बी कॉल्ड एड्रीनर्जिक न्यूरॉन. डोपामिन यूज कर रहा था, डोपामिनर्जिक न्यूरॉन बोलते हैं. असिटाइल कोलिन यूज कर रहा था, कोलिनर्जिक न्यूरॉन बोलते हैं. गाबा यूज कर रहा था, गाबामिनर्जिक न्यूरॉन बोलते हैं. सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, ठीक है. डिपेंडिंग ऑन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स, you will have different types of neurons. They will do a similar function. It is just that they will conform with only one type of neurotransmitter. एक चाबी को एक ही ताले से खोल सकते हैं जनरली, ठीक है. एक स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ की होना पड़ता है एक लॉक को खोलने के लिए. विदाउट दैट की यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू ओपन दैट लॉक. द सेम वे हियर, to stimulate that specific type of neurotransmitter, you need a very specific type of, to stimulate a very specific type of neuron, you need a specific type of neurotransmitter. In Parkinson's disease, dopamine levels will go down, meaning the levels will become very low, and dopaminergic neurons will be destroyed because of various reasons. So the problem will come wherein the patient's motor control will be lost, meaning they will not be able to walk properly, they will fall down, they will not be able to hold objects properly, all of that. That is different progressions of Parkinson's disease, which I'm not going to get into. But that is what happens when dopaminergic neurons are destroyed or dopamine levels goes down. That is why another reason tyrosine is very important. Without tyrosine you cannot have dopamine being produced, and without dopamine the patient the body itself cannot work properly. Then other than this, if let's suppose a person is having deficiency of phenylalanine or tyrosine, especially tyrosine, वो patients के अंदर एक specific condition होता which is called phenylketonuria, ठीक है. PKU भी बोलते हैं इसको. Now, PKU is the most common metabolic disorder of amino acid metabolism. Okay, almost 1 in 10,000 births will have 1 in 10,000 people will have PKU. Okay, and this is because of a deficiency of a hepatic enzyme. There is an enzyme in your liver that is responsible for metabolism of phenylalanine called phenylalanine hydroxylase. वो एंजाइम प्रेजेंट नहीं होने की वजह से इट्स अ जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर, ऑटोसोमल रिसेसिव जीन प्रेजेंट नहीं रहती. That is why the patient will have PKU, and as a result what will happen is, because of that enzyme deficiency, synthesis of certain compounds will not occur. As a result, phenylalanine will not be converted into tyrosine. Ultimately that is what is happening in PKU. Phenylalanine is not getting converted into tyrosine, and tyrosine is not able to make all the products that I told you initially, catecholamines, banara, and all of those different molecules that are made out of phenylalanine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, almelanin. PKU में क्या होता, the patient will generally be intellectually disabled. ठीक है, they might have mental disorders, they might not be smart per se. Smart in the sense they'll be intellectually challenged. Okay, common sense will not be present. Seizures होते हैं वो patients को, fits जो बोलते हैं. I'm not sure whether you've been taught about seizures or you know what are seizures. Seizures are essentially fits. Common language में fits बोलते हैं लोगों को, convulsion seizures. Behavioral problems होते हैं patient with PKU, mental disorders होते हैं patients with PKU में. That is one problem with tyrosine metabolism. Other than that, some patients will have albinism. Ever heard of albinos or ever seen albinos? A person who is termed
No, sir.
albino? नहीं. अच्छा, थोड़े लोग रहते who are abnormally fair. Have you ever seen that? Like I'm not talking like just pinkish fair and all. I'm not talking like North Indian Kashmiri type of fair. I mean like they don't have any color altogether. They are like completely white to an extent that their hair will be white, their eyebrows will be white, and their beard will also be white. Have you ever seen such a person? Those people are called
Yes.
albinos. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that specific condition is happening because of a lack of melanin. Okay, melanin, the pigment that is giving color to you. Now let's suppose I take any average Indian, उनके अंदर melanin अच्छा खासा रहता. So even if they are fair, they have a very wheatish color. They will not be like let's suppose they will not be like Europeans or Americans जिनके अंदर melanin बहुत कम रहता, because of which they have a very abnormally fair skin. They will be pink, but they still are much more fairer compared to Indians more most of the time. Okay, or even if you see people who are living in the northern ends of the world, Russia, Kashmir, ऊपर जैसे जाते जाते, they are generally fairer. Southern ends में जाते गए तो melanin ज़्यादा रहता है, and they are generally darker. And even in southern ends, if you see anyone who is fair, they will be pale and fair. They will not be fair like North Indians. Mostly they will not be. That is because of enough amount of melanin. Albinos or albinism is a condition, it's an inborn error in which melanin is not being produced. Tyrosine se melanin nahi banta, and because of which that patient will be completely white. There'll be a lot of problems in those patients' health as well. We'll not get into that essentially, but यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है in albinism, melanin present नहीं है. That is another problem if tyrosine is not present in the patient's body. Even if the patient does not go up to albinism, they might have hypopigmentation. The amount of pigment present in their body will be low. Because of loss of pigmentation, uh, they might have vitiligo as well, comparable to vitiligo. Okay? Certain patchy areas which are whiter compared to other areas which will be darker. वैसा भी हो सकता कभी. Then there is another amino acid. So that is first two amino acids. Then we have tryptophan. Tryptophan is a precursor to several molecules. For example, NAD plus, NADP plus. These are coenzymes of niacin. Serotonin, melatonin, ये पूरे tryptophan से बनते. NAD plus, NADP plus, और अपन ये दो ऑलरेडी रिएक्शंस में देखे. NAD becomes NADH plus H plus, NADP becomes NADH plus NADPH plus H plus when they are reduced. ठीक है. उसके अलावा you have serotonin. Serotonin is another neurotransmitter that hugely influences mood of people. ठीक है. और melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that is responsible for sleep. ठीक है. Now, if we talk about serotonin specifically, it's a very important neurotransmitter and it's a very powerful vasoconstrictor as well. Okay? Because of serotonin, not just blood vessels, but smooth muscles will also contract. Okay? Smooth muscles present in your bronchioles, smooth muscles present in your arterioles. So, आप लोगों को I'm not sure whether arterioles or bronchioles के बारे में पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा है. Do you know what are arteries and what are arterioles and what are bronchi and bronchioles?
No,
दोनों में से कोई तो भी कुछ कवर हुआ क्या एनाटॉमी में?
no, sir.
नहीं. Okay, think of it this way. Let us suppose there is a big artery like this. You can take any artery. Let's suppose we start off with aorta. Aorta that is coming out of your heart. आपके heart में से एक बड़ा, let us suppose this is your heart. Please excuse the diagram, but let us suppose this is your heart. ठीक है. There is one big vessel that is coming out of your left ventricle like this, right? That is carrying oxygenated blood, and it will come out essentially like this, and it will loop around. ठीक है. It is not shaped like that, but you get the picture here. इसको aorta बोलते हैं. ठीक है. You will also have a pulmonary artery. We'll not discuss about that, but for now, aorta है. Aorta is carrying oxygenated blood, and aorta moves into your main thoracic artery. It'll get into a thoracic branch, and thoracic branch is supplying to various parts of your body. Brachial plexus को जाता, your hand को जाता, abdominal organs को जाता, so on and so forth. It will branch out essentially. Now the branches that are coming out of your aorta are your arteries. ठीक है. एओर्टा से आपको स्लाइटली बड़े बड़े आर्टरीज आते. ये आर्टरीज छोटे आर्टरीज बनते, ब्रांचेस आ रहे इसमें से, ठीक है। एंड ये ब्रांचेस में से और छोटे ब्रांचेस टिश्यू स्पेसेस में एंड सेल स्पेसेस के बीच में जाते, दो स्मॉलर ब्रांचेस विच विल फॉर्म द कैपिलरीज विल बी कॉल्ड आर्टेरियोल्स। नाउ अब अगर आर्टेरियोल्स है मतलब वेन का भी एक सिमिलर कंपोनेंट रहना ना, उन लोगों को वेन्यूल्स बोलते हैं। सो वेन्यूल्स एंड आर्टेरियोल्स टुगेदर विल फॉर्म अ कैपिलरी, जहां पर ऑक्सीजन का एक्सचेंज होता, ठीक है। ये दोनों मिला के एक स्पेस जो है, इतनी स्पेस विल बी योर कैपिलरी। सो यहाँ पर देर इज एक्सचेंज ऑफ ऑक्सीजनेटेड ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम ब्लड इनटू द सेल, एंड वो सेल जो है मेटाबॉलिक वेस्ट एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड दे देता, दैट मेटाबॉलिक वेस्ट एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज ट्रांसफर्ड इनटू venules and venules carry that. Venules will later become veins, ठीक है, and this vein will go into your right side of your heart essentially. Anyway, there's a different topic altogether. So you get it, what are arterioles. Similarly, in your lungs you will have bronchi, and bronchi के छोटे छोटे branches will be bronchioles. अब ये bronchioles, arterioles, उनके अंदर circular and longitudinal muscles रहते. If you look at the anatomy of arterioles, or let's suppose we start with arterioles itself. Arteries या arterioles के अंदर जो रहता, the innermost layer will be the epithelial layer. So let us suppose मैं reduce करा, let us suppose this is the innermost layer, यहाँ पर blood है, ठीक है, and this is the innermost layer. This will be the epithelial part जो endothelial layer बोलते, ठीक है। फर्स्ट लेयर ट्यूनिका इंटीमा बोलते हैं इसको। उसके डायरेक्टली अंडर विल बी योर ट्यूनिका मीडिया, जिसमें लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल्स एंड सर्कुलर मसल्स रहते हैं। तो अलग अलग मसल्स रहते हैं यहाँ पर, ठीक है, थोड़े सर्कुलर मसल्स रहते हैं, थोड़े लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल्स रहते हैं। दीज मसल्स आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कंट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ योर ब्लड वेसल्स। Why is this important? Serotonin that we are talking about influences these muscles, ठीक है। Serotonin can cause a change in those muscles because of which this blood vessel can either dilate, it can become bigger, or it can constrict and it can become smaller. If it dilates or becomes smaller, if it constricts, it will influence blood pressure. That is why serotonin has an effect on blood pressure. Important vasoconstrictor, it will specifically cause constriction of blood vessel whenever it is acting on this thing, the longitudinal and circular muscle. Same way on your bronchioles, it will cause a bronchiolar constriction, meaning air passages will narrow down, okay. In certain situations it is necessary, but essentially it can cause bronchiolar constriction as well. Other than that, it is closely involved in regulation of cerebral activity. This serotonin specifically causes excitation of your brain, okay. It is responsible for behavioral patterns, for sleep, for body temperature, for releasing certain peptide hormones, especially from your GIT. A lot of serotonin is present in your GIT as well, and GIT में specifically अगर serotonin बहुत ज़्यादा है, specifically near your stomach, it can increase the amount of acid in your stomach. Now, I hope you know that inside your stomach you have HCl, which plays a very important role. The production of HCl is positively influenced by serotonin, meaning अगर serotonin, अच्छा, HCl प्रेजेंट है बल्कि मालूम है ना स्टमक में? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आप लोगों को स्टमक पड़ा है?
यस सर।
एक पेट रहता सबको, वो पेट के अंदर एसिड रहता बल्कि मालूम है ना?
यस सर। यस सर।
हाँ, तो that acid is produced by specific cells called parietal cells. Now, by various stimuli to parietal cells, your stomach is essentially able to produce that acid. Specifically, parietal cells are able to produce that acid. One positive stimulus that occurs on parietal cells is serotonin. Serotonin का जब stimulus आता parietal cells को, technically it will not stimulate parietal cells, it will stimulate something else, but essentially what will happen is HCl production increases. Okay. Also, serotonin has an effect on peristalsis. What is peristalsis? Ever heard of the term peristalsis?
Movement sir.
Can you speak a little louder? What is peristalsis? May put it in the chat as well. अच्छा, peristalsis is the movement of your GAT. अब आप खाना खा रहे, let us suppose गीतांजलि एट लंच एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है, दैट जो खाना खा रहे हैं आप, इट इज यस मूवमेंट, सो दैट फूड इज नॉट गेटिंग स्टक इन आवर थ्रोट, ठीक है। आप एक बार यू आर मैकेनिकली चूइंग एंड यू आर पुशिंग द फूड डाउन, यू आर एसेंशियली swallowing the food, ठीक है। If peristalsis is not present, what will happen is that food will get stuck in your esophagus, specifically in your throat itself. So you get the point here. Peristalsis is a positive influence on the movement of bolus, or movement of food that you eat, or anything that you put in your GIT as such. Okay? It will make sure that food is moving from your mouth towards your intestines. All right, so that they can get absorbed and they can get digested and all. Okay. Anyway, peristalsis के movement में serotonin plays a big role. Without serotonin, peristalsis उतना अच्छे से होता नहीं. And to put it in perspective, जो लोग के अंदर serotonin level कम रहता, उनके अंदर indigestion and constipation common रहता. ठीक है, अगर peristalsis बराबर नहीं हो रहा, तो वो person के अंदर constipation का problem बहुत common है. ठीक है. Then that is about serotonin. Then we have melatonin. Please do not get confused between melanin and melatonin. Okay, melanin is a pigment that is being formed by tyrosine. Pigment का मतलब ये है, वो pigment एक color देता, ठीक है। अब जैसा, have you all ever used henna? Have you all ever
Yes, sir.
seen or used henna? You know what is henna, right? मेहंदी जिसको बोलते हैं,
Yes, sir.
common, सर को लगाते, हाथ को लगाते, wherever, ठीक है। Now that henna has a specific color. Initially it will be green in color, and wherever you put it, it will generally impart a reddish or maroonish color onto the person's skin or hair or wherever you are using it. Okay, that is because of the pigment present inside that henna. All right, there is a specific color pigment. अब जैसा कैप्सिकम, रेड कैप्सिकम के अंदर लाइकोपिन रहता, या ऑरेंज जो आपके कैरेट्स के अंदर कैरोटीन रहता, दोज आर पिगमेंट्स एंड दे हैव स्पेसिफिक कलर. Melatonin is such melanin is a specific pigment which will give color to your skin, to your hair, to your eyes. Melatonin is a hormone. ठीक है, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज बिटवीन दोस टू. ठीक है, वो टायरोसिन से बनता, ये बनता है आपके इससे क्या बोलते हैं, ट्रिप्टोफैन से. बड़ा डिफरेंस है. मेलेटोनिन इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर योर several functions. One of the most important functions of serotonin, it is formed by your pineal gland. ठीक है, pineal gland produces melatonin. pineal gland, छोटी सी ग्लैंड रहती है आपके हाइपोथैलेमस के पास, pineal gland बोल के. ये pineal gland जो है, when it is producing melatonin, melatonin is responsible for your circadian rhythms, और diurnal variations भी बोलते हैं उसको, जो 24 आवर साइकिल है आपकी बॉडी का. your body knows when to sleep and when to wake up, right? That is being controlled by melatonin. उसको circadian rhythm बोलते हैं. Normally for normal people, they will generally stay awake when during the day and even towards the evening, and they will sleep deeper into the night. So somewhere between 8 o'clock to 6-7 o'clock is when they sleep. ठीक है, 8-10 जब भी है, that depends on different individuals, but 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6-7-8 again, ठीक है, वो 12 आवर विंडो में सोते. एंड बाकी का जो दिन का पोर्शन रहता उसमें आप जगते, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ मेलेटोनिन. अदर देन दैट, इट also is responsible, technically it has an inhibitory effect on your ovary, on the functions of your ovary. It has an inhibitory effect. Also it performs functions as a neurotransmitter. Okay, in certain cases it can function as a neurotransmitter. Now we have glycine and all as well. We'll discuss about glycine and some other amino acids tomorrow. Okay. After that, I'll also tell you how formation and transport of ammonia occurs. Okay. Now for now, we'll stop the class here.